Pwede ka bang magpakasal sa ibang bansa kahit married ka na in the Philippines? Ito po yung kadalasang tanong ng mga taong matagal na sa ibang bansa at nahiwalay sa kanilang mga asawa, and instead of the distance strengthening and sharpening the love, gradually the bond has been weakened and they just come to realize that the love and affection are gone. Then you found love in another person in the other country, and now you wish to marry that person. But the marital tie or bond that you contracted while you were in the Philippines still subsists. Remember that as a Filipino citizen, no matter where you are, your national law, which is the Philippine law, follows you. This also applies to Philippine dual citizen because in the eyes of the Philippine law, you are a Filipino citizen whether you like it or not. So, insofar as your civil status and legal capacity are concerned, you are governed by the Civil Code of the Philippines. Your marriage, therefore, in the Philippines binds you wherever you go. And under the Philippine law, you are not eligible to contract another marriage. But no one can stop you if you eventually decide to marry that other person abroad for one reason or another. That is for you to make, and you alone are responsible for the consequences of your own decision. But what would be the possible consequences? Kung ikaw ay nagpakasal sa iba abroad, while your previous marriage in the Philippines is still subsisting, that second marriage is a bigamous marriage. Being a bigamous marriage under the family code, that second marriage is void. Wala itong bisa. Under the revised Penal Code, contracting another marriage while the first marriage is still subsisting constitutes the crime of bigamy. But can you be prosecuted for the crime of bigamy in the Philippines? Luckily for you, the answer is no. Our criminal law in the Philippines is territorial in character. Ibig sabihin, magiging liable ka lang for that crime kung ang lahat ng essential elements nito ay nangyari o nakomit sa loob ng teritoryo ng Pilipinas. Of course, this principle of territoriality has certain exceptions. Since nangyari ang second marriage abroad, meaning sa labas ng teritoryo ng Pilipinas, that essential element of contracting another marriage is missing. But while you might have escaped the criminal liability under the revised Penal Code of the Philippines, your civil obligations remain. May obligasyon ka pa rin bilang legal spouse ng taong pinakasalan mo sa Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na kung kayo ay may mga anak. At ang isa sa mga pangunahing dahilan ng mga lawsuits o mga kaso ay ang hindi pagtupad sa obligasyon na magbigay ng suporta. Your being in another country does not excuse you or relieve you of that obligation. Your refusal to perform that obligation to provide support to your family can give rise to another criminal liability under the VAWC Law or the law that penalizes violence against women and their children. And before I forget, sa ilalim po ng VAWC Law, ang repeated marital infidelity is considered as a form of psychological violence. That is why, ang sabi ng Supreme Court, a violation of the VAWC Law by the husband through repeated marital infidelity committed abroad may be prosecuted in the Philippines. This is because in psychological violence, what is being punished is the act of causing mental or emotional suffering on the wife. At dahil nangyari ang suffering ng wife sa Pilipinas, may jurisdiction ang Philippine Court dito. The Supreme Court characterized acts of violence against women as transitory or continuing crimes whereby some acts material or essential thereto occur in different places. That is why may mga nagbabalikbayan who get the shock of their lives when they are served with a warrant of arrest pagtuntong nila ng Pilipinas dahil may VAWC case na palang nag-aantay sa kanila sa Pilipinas. Another important consequence kung ikaw ay sumakabilang buhay na, knock on wood. Sino ba sa tingin mo ang magiging legal na tagapagmana mo kung ikaw ay may mga ari-arian sa Pilipinas? Dahil ang unang kasal mo lang sa Pilipinas ang kinikilala ng Philippine law as valid, ang asawa at mga anak mo sa unang kasal ang kinikilala as among your legal heirs. Kahit pa na mag-execute ka ng last will and testament to control how your estate will be distributed when you die, your legal heirs, or should I say your compulsory heirs, can always challenge the validity of the dispositions in your will. So, posible pa ring mabaliwala o maisantabi ang iyong huling habilin dahil mangingibabaw ang rights ng iyong compulsory heirs to their legitimes. I am interested to know your thoughts about this topic. I will appreciate you leaving your reaction in the comment section below. And I hope that you have learned something from this video. If you think that this channel can be of help in providing you with useful information, please feel free to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell icon so that you will get notified of our future videos. Always remember, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. I will see you in my next video. Ingat po kayo.